Hello and welcome everybody to Game 2 of DignitasTan versus SlayerSGolden here on Tal'Darim Altar. Spawning in the top left corner as the blue Zerg, we have DignitasTan. Spawning here in the top right corner as the yellow Zerg, we have SlayerSGolden operating under the screen name of Bitter Cold. This is an account that he uses from time to time. I have actually seen him use this account in tournament games prior to this series. By the way, speaking of tournaments, if you know which tournament this series is from, please let me know. I was trying to figure it out. I could not find anywhere where this series was from. There was an older series between these two players. I believe it was in the TeamSpeak Team Liquid Open, but that was like almost 2 months ago now, and so I'm not sure if this is the series from that tournament or not. So if you know, please let me know. So anyway, we are seeing a bit of an extractor trick here from DignitasTan. In Game 1, we saw a quite varied style from both of these players. Both of these players went for very, very different styles of ZVZ. We saw Tan go for a Ling Muta-based composition, which works sometimes. I've seen Idra actually use a lot of Mutaling in his ZVZ and is able to do quite well with it, but the one problem is, of course, if your opponent goes Infestors, those Mutas always want to clump up and go for very, very tight, clumped packs of units, so they can fall very, very fast to those Infestors, which is exactly what happened in Game 1, as the few Infestors that SlayerSGolden had were able to quickly neutralize all those Mutalisks, and DignitasTan was just not able to do the damage. He was trying to counterattack as much as he can, just was unable to really do much damage, because SlayerSGolden was just really, really map aware, able to catch a lot of Zerglings in those fungal growths, able to deal a lot of damage, just slowly built up a big macro force of Roaches, Infestors, and Hydralisks, and was able to overcome DignitasTan, his counterattack style, very, very well. In Game 2, however, we are seeing a very, very different style from DignitasTan that we saw in Game 1. In Game 1, we saw DignitasTan go right away for a fast hatchery, go for a little bit more risky of an opening. In this game, because he lost Game 1, he's decided to go for a bit safer of an opening. He's thrown down his extractor, got his spawning pool. Likewise, SlayerSGolden has also done the same. Both players now researching that metabolic boost. So both players very, very similar in builds right now. Tan's is actually just slightly ahead right now, and we can actually see why. It looks like he might have actually cut a couple of drones to get to that point, as we now see that the Harvester count right now is 14 to 13. Managed to cut a little bit of a drone. Looked like he can cut maybe a drone or two to try to get that metabolic boost up just a smidgen earlier. In the meantime, we see blings coming out from both of these players right now. If we check out the Units tab, we can see that both players actually produced 8 Zerglings, and both players have now produced 10 Zerglings. Looks like they are both going to be going for some early pressure here, and it looks like SlayerSGolden is now in the base of DignitasTan, trying to micro these Zerglings well, sending one Zergling around to scout exactly what his opponent is doing, sees that Baneling nest go down, and it looks like we are going to be seeing a big Baneling all-in here from Tan. Well, not necessarily an all-in. Is it an all-in? Let's check out the production tab right now. Yeah, we can see that he's actually not producing any more workers, so it looks like he's counting on this Baneling all in to deal a lot of damage. He's got a lot of Banelings here morphing in, and a lot of Zerglings go down from SlayerSGolden, and now SlayerSGolden here is in a lot of trouble, as Tan is now moving in with 3 Banelings, keeping a couple back behind in case Golden tries to do any kind of counterattacking. A bunch of Banelings there going down. That was a 2-2 trade, and it looks like Golden is now getting up his Spine Crawler, so it looks like, oh no, more Zerglings from Golden going down. Golden actually losing a lot of Zerglings to the few Banelings of Tan, and it looks like Tan is in a very good position here, as he's ahead in the Zergling count right now, taking out quite a few Zerglings. Spinecrawler down for Golden, but it is just a little too far forward, and now Tan is in the back here doing some economic damage. More Zerglings now streaming in, getting more worker kills here. SlayerSGolden really needs to get a lot more Zerglings up as quick as he can. His Baneling nest is now up. He's trying to frantically morph in a couple of Banelings, but he has lost a lot of workers. Actually, no, he hasn't lost any workers at all, so good control here, actually, from SlayerSGolden. I thought he would have at least lost a couple in that little mix there, but it looks like Tan is not giving giving up here. He is currently ahead in the food count, 25-17, sending in a big stream of Zerglings right now into the base, morphing in a couple of Banelings here outside the base of Golden. Looks like Golden is now just morphing in more Banelings, trying to be more defensive. He needs to start getting up some more drones. He is behind in the drone count right now. We can actually see the Harvester count 7-13. He is actually way ahead in the Harvester count, being forced to produce a lot of Zerglings there. A few Zerglings do slip by there, and it looks like they do get taken out by those Banelings, but man, this is looking like an intimidating force here from Tan this early in the game. He is not even bothering to build any more Overlords. He is determined to stick at that 26 supply, and GG from SlayerSGolden. Tan able to go all in with his Baneling attack, able to deal a lot of damage, and SlayerSGolden just not able to recover. That means that Tan has taken Game 2, and we are going to be going into Game 3 to see who will take this series. Do not go anywhere.